Today, I would like to tell you about one of my clients. To preserve her identity, I will call her X. At almost 40 years old, X was not expecting to get pregnant. But at 6 months pregnant, she came to our agency looking for help. You see, X has been an intravenous heroin user for over 15 years, and prior to admission, overdosed and was considered dead. With 6 doses of Narcan, the life-saving medication that can reverse opioid overdoses, and an aggressive round of CPR that broke her sternum, X was alive and presumably ready to get help. After successfully discharging from our program, I was rather surprised to see her back less than 3 months later and so close to her due date. While in treatment, X gave birth to a baby boy, and several times she asked me for help holding and feeding him. Now, admittedly, my first instinct was to focus on the child's wheezing and tremors, indications of opioid withdrawal. However, in social work, we focus on strengths, not deficits. And so I actively had to refocus my attention to the fact that this tiny human was both beautiful and healthy. I recognize that this story may not align with the pomp and circumstance of graduation. I am not one to do things conventionally. Among the many lessons I have learned throughout my graduate education, it is to be bold and daring, and to highlight the voices of those who are typically silenced. Furthermore, while social workers celebrate the many triumphs of their clients, we are also witnesses to heartbreak, tragedy, and the unexpected. To paint an idyllic image of social work would be a gross injustice to the profession. Now, X was just one of many women I worked with whose children were exposed to narcotics in utero. My education the past 2 years has been grounded in respect and the core social work principle of dignity and worth of a person. I work with individuals diagnosed with mental illnesses, substance use disorders, and often have an extensive history of trauma and involvement in the legal system. I have learned to be a fierce advocate and to fight against systemic oppression. Like my peers and colleagues, this means tirelessly working to make sure my clients have quality health care, safe and stable housing, a supportive social network, enough food, and a livable income. More importantly, it is about me communicating to my clients their worth. My clients are human beings, and SLU has continuously reinforced that an individual's diagnosis, history, or unique demographics does not dictate whether or not they get the help and support that they need. A guiding philosophy I have used in my practice thus far, I got, or maybe I stole it, from my advisor, Dr. Michael Mancini. He's out there somewhere. On the last day of our human behavior class, he said, "It is not your job to judge someone else's recovery or to decide if and when they are going to recover. We all have our own life experiences that color the way we see things. I often tell my clients that individual life experiences create this invisible pair of glasses that influence the way we interpret and respond to situations. So instead of saying to someone, 'You should do this,' which is likely reflective of our personal values and judgments, we strive to meet others where they're at. And in doing so, we respect individual histories and trajectories. SLU's social work curriculum has emphasized person-centered care, the practice of working with our clients and tailoring our interventions to meet their individual needs. When we partner with those that we work with, we dismantle the power dynamic that often exists between the so-called expert and the person seeking help. We empower them and we humanize them. We tell them that their thoughts, their feelings, their goals and ideas are valid and meaningful. We see them for who they are and not for who we want them to be. Most clients come to us in times of need: no insurance, homeless, hungry, maybe experiencing withdrawal. And we still find their strengths and work to affirm and empower them. Yes, I have gained strong clinical skills, but they are useless if my clients do not perceive them as beneficial. Thus, I always ask my clients, is this working for you? Can I be doing anything differently or better? And are we focusing on what is most important to you? I realize now that I have not provided much closure on X's story. Truthfully, I have just as much information as you do. Social workers must sit with the discomfort of not knowing the paths of our clients once they leave our care. We hope for the best, but want to remain cautiously optimistic. And yet, it isn't about the ending. It really is about the journey. Much like the current world of social media, which showcases isolated snapshots of an individual's life, the ending is merely one moment in time. It does not tell you how that person got to that point, nor is it representative of their life or personhood. Human connection is incredibly powerful. As you leave here today, I encourage you all to truly get to know another individual and not solely based upon first impressions. Thank you.